G'day guys, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters in Taipei with our last best of 3 for the day. I am Maynard and with me is my good friend Todd. Did you enjoy that last series?
Yeah, I did. Lots of mind games, lots of neat little tricks, not just launch pads.
Not just
a
launch
lot
pads.
of things, and yeah, in the end you can just outdoing Snoot, not by too much, just by a little bit, you know, in that last game, and yeah, it was enough. And lots of ZvZs, man, today, I have to say.
Yeah, there has been quite a few. We had one ZVP and a whole bunch of ZvZs. So we're back into the other bracket now. We're going to go see who qualifies along with True. And this is going to be Leenock versus Soulkey. We've seen a lot of Leenock. We saw a bit of Soulkey earlier in the day. He's going to be showing again for the last match of the day. And I mean, these guys, it's such a close match. Both players, very similar win rates in ZvZ. Soulkey been doing great in ZvZ recently as the Mal tournament, but Leenock looking so scary in this tournament. He's looking incredible. I'm favoring Leenock in this matchup personally, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Statistically, Soulkey, he's doing better than Leenock in ZvZ, but Leenock has impressed a lot.
Yeah.
For me as well, so far in this tournament and in general, but why don't we introduce our players before I develop?
Why don't we? That's a really good idea. In the top right here, our first Zerg player from Team TCM, this is Soulkey. And in the bottom left, we've seen a lot of him today. We love his mutas, and he loves them too. This is Yoey Flash Wolves Leenock.
Both of these players lost to True, actually, with 1 and 2 in score. But Leenock, he played one more game in terms of ZvZ in this open bracket. It was against Sax3, and he won maybe the most convincingly that I've seen in terms of all of the games that I've seen today. The first game was a rush by Sax3, which was held easily by Leenock, and Sax3 tapped out instantly. Second game, they both went mutas. Leenock said, I'm better than you, I'm just gonna steamroll you. He attacked with his mutas and demolished Sax3.
Yeah.
Instantly.
He's just been looking so dominant in the matches that I've watched, you know, when being on break or even casting Leenock today. I've casted him a few times. He's just looked like a head and a shoulders above the person that he's been playing against.
Soulkey has played one more match as well here because he lost in round 1 of the winner bracket, so might be getting a little bit tired.
Yeah, quite possibly. True being the only real challenge for Leenock so far. That's Soulkey dealing with Hero in the losers bracket. 2-0, pretty good showing from him. Dealing with Jakchi, a little bit sad face about that because I wanted to see Jakchi get through and be in form again like Dreamhack style, but Dreamhack was a long time ago, the one that Jakchi won, so gotta live in today's world, Todd.
I wonder though, like, how good is our ZvZ gonna be at the end of this tournament, man? Shouldn't it be like pretty sick with all of that we're watching?
I think so. I think
if I played you ZvZ though, you would probably be the guy who make like mass Zergling or mass roach all in, right?
Well, yeah, I actually quite enjoy in ZvZ hiding the mass speedlings and then overwhelming and winning really easily with an 8-click to the other side of the map. But, you know, you got pretty good mechanics. You're a Warcraft 3 guy. I wouldn't call it too early.
Well, the mechanics don't come from Warcraft 3.
Micro then.
Yeah. We haven't seen all that many Muta games, actually.
Yeah, the Muta games I have been seeing have been Leenock.
Yeah.
They're
I expected to see a lot more Muta games, just in general. Soulkey, though, like, as we are aware that Leenock is very good with mutas, Soulkey surely should know that. Does he try to avoid going into the muta versus muta scenario because of that? Or does he rise to the challenge and says, I'm Soulkey, why not? Let's do it.
That's actually a really good answer for most things, to just say I am Soulkey, but he's mining a lot of gas now. There's the decision. He took it a little bit like he got a little bit more than 100 before dropping that speed, so he was just taking his time with it. Leenock, however, not getting his speed just yet. Maybe with 100 minerals, there it is. And so Soulkey just a little bit ahead on the speed, but not a huge deal. Leenock getting in here for a bit of a look, and he will see everything that he needs to see.
Yeah, see the timing and the speed, see that there's still gas being mined here.
So seeing the gas still mining is probably the biggest thing that he wanted to see. Like, is my opponent going to go into, you know, a lot of mineral? Is he going to potentially do this? Drop of Baneling Nest? Soulkey, however, has no vision of the main whatsoever, and Leenock's going to, well, really good read from Leenock, getting his own Baneling Nest defensively.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised that, yeah, in terms of scouting here, Soulkey chose not to basically get any Zerglings across the map to try and see anything. He might go for it with the delayed here. You know, as you see, he's timing it.
Yeah.
He's timing those Zerglings very well with when speed's gonna finish. So I guess he should be able to see what's up with his opponent here momentarily anyway.
Yeah, when speed finishes, he should swing past those queens. They're not in position to block
and
the ramp.
Lair starts.
Yeah, okay.
Mutas or not Mutas?
Well,
to be or not to be?
It's in the meta. It's the kind of map for Muta. You can definitely get away with it and do some pretty sick hurt with Mutas. Queens nearly get the Ling, but it does sneak past as we expected it to, and it's going to have a look. Does see that Bailing Nest, does see the single gas there.
Yeah, single gas. Whereas he's taking 2 more himself right now.
So Soulkey is playing a bit more like Leenock in this game, going for the 2 base Muta play.
And Leenock's playing a little bit more like Soulkey.
He is. It's funny how that works. And
ooh,
yeah,
quite a few more Banelings. I think Leenock might somehow have felt this might be the case.
Yeah,
Soulkey investing into gas.
He has defensive Banelings of his own though. He needs to be very, very careful. Quite a few Banelings of Soulkey. Leenock does let his own Banelings finish, so he does want to commit to some damage here. Queen in position is going to help out a lot.
Well, what is he really hoping to achieve here? I mean,
he's not going to get too much done by the looks of things. The Queens are in position. Spinecrawler is going to finish shortly. His own Banelings can trade, and yeah, the Queens will do the rest.
Okay, so both players are going to drone up a little bit behind this.
He could even cancel that if he wanted.
Does he cancel? It doesn't look like he's canceling.
It doesn't look like he's going. He's actually made 2 Spinecrawlers in his natural, and that's actually 200. That's quite a lot of minerals. So.
But I guess since he's going Mutas and he doesn't know what his opponent's up to, I guess it can be okay anyway. But he's going to be spotted right away here by Leenock.
Such a nice Ling here.
Very nicely done. Leenock though, he's going Spire himself, but he's getting his 4th gas just now. It only finished just now, so
his Spire isn't hugely behind Soulkey. Soulkey might actually get a few more Mutas than him.
Yeah, he has way more gas.
We know that Leenock loves Muta versus Muta. If he plays Muta versus Muta, that's his bread and butter. He'll play it all day.
Leenock actually loves to play with less Mutas than his opponent's Mutas and win.
And still
that's
win,
his challenge. You should have seen earlier when he played against True, when he played against Saxray, sorry. He was literally like trying to catch Mutas and stuff all around the place, flying left and right, just sniping 1 Muta here, 1 Muta there, reinforcements. And he just drove his opponent crazy while macroing perfectly at the same time. So
he's actually so sick.
Yeah, he is, man.
This 3rd hatchery is in a spot above. There's some Banelings being morphed here, but it might be a little bit too late. There's a lot of links from Leenock here.
I mean, Leenock he has invested a lot.
Good connection.
If he's defended there, it's going to be kind of bad for him. By the look of things, yeah, it's going to be defended. He should be quite behind in walkers. What's the walker count right now?
Well, Muta's coming out now for Soulkey. The worker count, he's
48 against 53, so 5 difference.
Yeah. Lings of Leenock trying to find an opening here, but Soulkey is all over this. Like white on rice. He's got Banelings there wherever they need to be. That 3rd hatchery does get up. Leenox is up as well, but he's not saturated just yet.
Taking the extractors before the base even completes.
Yeah, well, if he wants to get ahead on Mutas, that's what he needs to do.
Yes.
5th and the 6th. Gas is so important.
I think he's watched a few PvP Phoenix versus Phoenix, man. you start the gases before you even start the Nexus on that new base.
It's very similar to that kind of game when one player is making mass error, you kind of have to do it as well, and if you stop, then you lose.
Yeah, unless your opponent gives you a very short time for you to quickly transition. That window is actually very short.
Oh, this is so sick. He's just blocking us some Lings. Trading reasonably decently with his Banelings here, so Leenock will overwhelm and do some hurt here on the 3rd hatchery, but Soulkey does have the defender's advantage and the Muta advantage for the time being, getting some overlords on the heading across the map. Oh, he's going to get a free Muta here.
12 Mutas to just 5 right now. Soulkey is on the chase.
Yeah.
And I don't think... Yeah, actually, he could have gone even further with this and tried to snipe a little bit more.
There's not too much Spore-Crawler in terms of Leenock's defense here.
Oh, he's trying to catch reinforcements. Leenock is usually the one dealing this kind of damage.
Yeah, Soulkey is really playing like Leenock in this game, and that's how you win ZvZs. Leenock's been showing us how it's done, and Soulkey is putting the hurt to the master here.
Oh, Leenock is kiting super well, by the way, against those Mutas. He needs some Queens in support maybe to help against those Mutas. So Soulkey, but Soulkey is trying... He has too much.
He just has too much. GG. Soulkey played incredibly well in that game. I didn't expect him to play that well, to be honest. It was very, very impressive.
He just powered through.
He did power through.
The statistics, man, they were right this time. Even though Leenock really showed some good things before, the statistics of Soulkey, which are superior to Leenock's in the matchup, they proved true here because he played really well.
Not surprising to see a player of his caliber get a map off Leenock. Will he win the series? We'll find out pretty shortly. Going to take a 1-minute break. Don't go away. We'll see you soon. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Intel Extreme Masters in Taipei. We're just about to jump into game number 2 between Leenock and Soulkey. Soulkey now with a 1-0 lead, with a very, just basically played like Leenock. I don't know how else to explain that last game.
That was really weird by Leenock, to be honest, going for aggression like this, with like Zerglings and Banelings.
That was weird, that in front of the natural there.
Really not doing anything, and then behind this, he was just behind on walker counts. And Soulkey, he took his gases so fast. It's actually crazy. Like, he literally started 2 extractors at once, then the 3rd one, and he had just so much more gas than his opponents. And that translated into having 11 Mutas against 5, which Soulkey, from the amount of aggression that was headed toward him, and even though he didn't do much, he already knew that he was going to be ahead in Mutas. So what did he do? He stood with his Mutas between the 3rd base and natural, and he just cut off reinforcements, cut off Mutas coming out, and he ended the game.
That's right.
That's simple.
That's simple, Todd. Just breaking it down for all the nerds watching today. Shout out to all you guys, by the way. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. In the bottom left here, let's introduce this guy from Yowie Flash Wolves. Currently down 1 map. This is Leenock. And in the top right here, from TCM, this is Soulkey.
Leenock's a handsome kid, man. He's lost quite a bit of weight, actually.
I think he's lost probably 10 kilos.
Yeah, he said like 10 kilos.
Yeah.
I was asking him how, and he said he was working out, and then Parting came, and he said, no, he know it. He just know it.
Parting's correcting him, telling the truth. Parting seems like the kind of guy that will tell you the brutal truth.
Nah, he's just a troll. That's more like it. All right.
Few of those around.
On Expedition last year.
Yeah.
What are we going to see out of these guys?
Well, this
Maybe
is one of those maps
aggression.
where, yeah, maybe. It always seems to happen on this map, but both players just opening safe, getting a spawning pool on 14 and just taking it easy. Like, if there's any kind of 9-pool action, they're in a pretty good spot. If someone goes hatchery first, they're not incredibly behind.
One of those mirror builds.
Looks like it so far. But this map, when you take those rocks down on the top of the main and you have more entrances into your main, especially for someone that's very heavy speedling or something like that, even roaches, it's very, very difficult to defend.
What map does this one remind you of?
This map?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, actually. It's very, very simple. It just seems like a pretty safe and simple map. Like, it's not
with the 2 bases in the middle. It kind of reminds me of Neoplanet in a way.
Oh yeah.
And the path on the side.
Yeah, because the paths around the side. Yeah, but you don't have those huge, like, high ground cliffs that used to be around that middle bit, and there wasn't a big pit of death like the middle was in Neoplanet S.
I guess you're right.
But yeah, I can see that.
You know what I would like to see between those two? A mirror build into Mutas, and that starts as an equal game. I think that would be very, very nice to see. Like, both of them trying to really outdo each other with Mutas, you know, like lots of those small fights. Mutas versus Mutas, Zerglings and Banelings on the ground, trying to do some economic damage here and there. That's, to me, some of the most difficult situation to manage, especially in terms of, you know, crisis management, when you start taking some damage here and there, or your units are just out of position, even for 1 second.
Yeah, I think that a proper Muta versus Muta battle would be pretty awesome to see. I mean, it was Muta versus Muta in the last game, but Leenock was in a spot where he was so far behind that he just couldn't really fight with him anyway. He didn't have Spore Crawlers to fall back on. His Lings weren't positioned to soak up smash damage either.
Look at the production tab.
In here for, yeah.
Pretty much mirror. They started speed at about the same time.
Queen a little bit quicker for Leenock, but that's about it.
Both of them still mining gas. I really like the building placement, by the way, like pulling the spawning pool just 1 block away from the hatchery. You can put this queen in there that's going to be safe against some kind of run by. Both players really putting a lot of effort into this every single time that I've seen them play.
Yeah, they're both so solid. They rarely make mistakes, but has happened. Leenock made a mistake on this map and actually... Oh, okay, and he's probably not going to get a scout either. Well, we at least saw the Baneling Nest. That's a pretty good tell.
You know, it's like an awful idea to ever cancel the Baneling Nest, I feel, even though when it's been spotted, but I really feel like I will be so tempted to do it if I played Zerg.
Well, you like to pull the wool over your opponent's eyes. I know that feel. But yeah, I mean, having the Baneling Nest is pretty good in ZvZ regardless. Losing to a Ling Flood is always a possibility, but both of these players are pretty solid in ZvZ. They're not going to have too many problems. They can read their opponent pretty well. 10
Zerglings on the way here for Soulkey. Let's see if Leenock drones up or gets a few units himself. Having the Baneling Nest, like the defensive Baneling Nest, as long as he has a few Zerglings out, he should be okay no matter what if he was to be attacked.
Yeah.
Since he can morph some of those.
And he sees the lair getting morphed before those Zerglings die, which is a nice tell here from Soulkey. And he's gonna keep on with his Ling Flood.
Ooh, Soulkey. Not gonna play the Muta Wars here once again.
He's gonna go full ground army. Roach Warren behind this as well. Could potentially be, depending on how many roaches he makes, this could be a very quick all-in from Soulkey. He's definitely looking like he wants to be an aggressive guy.
Morphing 2 Banelings in vision of that Overlord here.
Not sure how much this will get done. Leenock's got defensive Banelings in position.
He's getting 3 Overlords. Still no more drones.
One Queen picked off here.
Oh, nice. Nice round. There's 2 Banelings. Oh, they get a big connection on some drones, but not enough to finish them. And I think he's about to start a ton of roaches. 9 of them roaches. Start now.
Okay.
And Leenock, to Leenock right now, this really feels like, you know, one of those attacks, like a few Zerglings, a pressure, you know, or a small timing. This really doesn't feel like the kind of attack that you follow up with a roach all in. But you know what? Since he's going to counter-attack, he should be able to see that early enough.
Yeah, he'll see
that
the
he
roaches
could start a lot of spine crawlers back at home.
He'll need to, man. Oh, he only sees 3 and he leaves. This could just be 3 roaches. It's not uncommon to see 3 roaches at this point, but he doesn't know that there's 12 on the way with 18 Zerglings behind them. Leenock, he starts his Spire.
He had already started, but yeah, he needs Spire. Okay, he's starting to realize what's happening here. He could maybe try to run around a little bit, buy himself some time to bring those roaches back, but I don't think that Soulkey has any plan on slowing down. He's just going to press forward, and he wants to end the game here. That's his massive investment, all the roaches that he's made.
Yeah, there's a lot of spine crawlers coming up here, and he's going to need every single one of them against this many roaches, and with the Banelings as well.
How many Queens are there here for Leenock? He's going to need a lot of transfuses on those spines, I feel, to be able to even have a chance to hold.
Only has 2, that means no injects if these things die. Banelings coming in and connecting reasonably well with the roaches here. The spine crawlers looking like they're going to finish, which means that they will help out quite a lot. These Banelings coming in, they do connect and kill 3 spine crawlers.
Oh, the spine crawlers are spread out. Even if they finish here, not all of them are going to be shooting at the same time. And Soulkey is breaking through, maybe. Drones have to be pulled, but they're blocking each other. They're not even attacking.
And the drones are very low as well. They're only 1 shot away from a Zergling or a roach from death.
And the spine crawlers are getting very low on hit points. But all of the units of Soulkey are dying left and right here. And suddenly, there is so many Zerglings alive here for Leenock. He doesn't even have the gas to make more than 2 mutas, though.
The spine crawler finishes up that last Baneling.
I think Soulkey's
still just rallying.
Soulkey might get counter-attacked here, but he's actually making so many Banelings himself because his mining of the gas was never interrupted, and a single muta is being made here by Leenock. I feel like that Spire wasn't really worth it to let him complete it here.
Well, this one muta will help him touch up some Banelings, but they really don't do that much damage. There's some Lings in the main, eating into the drone line of Leenock. He's killed 4, 6 already. More Banelings hitting into the natural Todd. This is looking really dicey for Leenock. He loses a lot of Zerglings. Catching some of the drones that are trying to transfer between the bases as well. 14 drones have gone down in this attack. Soulkey is looking so good right now. Leenock's making Mutalists, but what are they going to do? GG. Soulkey getting a 2-0 victory over Leenock.
Easy peasy.
Lemon
so much
squeezy for breezy.
So much for having a good feeling here for Leenock. That poor guy just got demolished by Soulkey, who really meant business here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did everything he could have done to try and hold up that roach attack, but that's the timing's been around since Muta versus Muta and Heart of the Swarm, that hitting and killing someone with the roaches has always been a viable option, and Soulkey has made it look really easy.
4 Zergs making it out of the open brackets. Is that the first time ever?
No, I don't think so. Or maybe.
Probably is.
Out of an Intel Extreme Masters, maybe? But there were some Wings of Liberty tournaments back in the day that were very, very Zerg heavy.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Was it on Daybreak? Was there a Burlord Infestor being made?
Quite possibly.
I mean, if you look at the lineup, there was so many strong Zerg players here, sure. But yeah, they really delivered.
They did. Some very exciting games. That was our last best of 3 today. Now, I believe we're going to bring up the results of the 2 brackets.
And the groups.
And the groups as well. Yeah, the group placements.
Who got into the 3 Protoss player group? That's what I want to know. Which one of these lucky Zergs
gets to face Hearthstone, Brain, and Classic?
Yeah, Snoot and Check still have to play, though. And I think that might be on the B stream. Not sure.
I think that's Rotterdam and Nathanius have been doing the B stream all day.
Holding the fort.
Holding the fort.
From California.
That's right.
That's what they do. I wonder, like, which one of these Zergs you think will be happy with the 3 Protoss group? I think Soulkey. Like, Soulkey's pretty good against Protoss.
Yeah, and I would say that if Leenock got through, he would have been very happy with the 3 Protoss group because
I mean, when I say happy, with Protoss in your group, it's relative, because Classic, Rain, and Hearthstone, I don't think too many people would be that happy about being with these guys in the group.
No, I mean, Rain especially, I would be very afraid to play ZVP against.
Yeah, I was watching Rain earlier, play backstage. Man, just like my jaw just dropped and I was like drooling. No, seriously, it's so good. It's insane just watching him play, especially like first person, or in this case, you know, like over his shoulder, third person, like so sick, really. I can't wait to see him in action later on in the tournament. I really hope like he goes far too. And he did in the last Intel Extreme Masters that he played. He took second in San Jose.
We're going to bring up the groups now, so without further ado, let's see who gets into where. All right.
Okay, Snoot or Check?
Snoot or Check.
As a reward for advancing from the open bracket, we'll get into Group B.
Poor nerds. I feel so sorry for them. But Hyun went into Group A here, joining CJ's Hero, Polt, and Sen.
Oh my god, this is so stacked.
Soulkey joining Life4 GG and San, and True joining Parting Hydra and Maru. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Dude, this tournament, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh
like
my God.
when I looked at Group A, I thought this is the group of death. Then I thought Group C was. And then I looked at Group D.
Oh,
all of these guys are absolutely on fire. Maru, Hydra, Parting, and True. What?
My god. I can't even...
Let's play the rest of the tournament now? Or?
Yeah, I mean, do we have to go home? But apparently we do. But that said though, this is going to be a 5-day event, which means we've got 4 more days to go. So plenty of StarCraft to come over the week from the Intel Extreme Masters in Taipei. And we're going to call it for today. So that's going to be Todd and Maynard signing off. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more Intel Extreme Masters action.